Hey, Team Patrick here. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 drills or versions of the game you can play as a beginner tennis player or you can use with your players as a coach. So let's get into it. Like I say, these are going to be great for beginners or anyone that's struggling, as they'll allow you to develop your skills within the context of the game. So simply, they'll still look and feel like the game of tennis. I think this is really important, and we all need to learn more through playing the game. As when we rally and play points, we learn to problem solve. And the goal of practice should not just be to look good, but be able to adapt within the game environment. I see this paradox with coaches. It's, oh, beginners can't rally, so let's take that away from them. But then how are they ever going to improve these skills? And you can end up with this fake progression where players improve within the isolated drill when the ball is dropped or fed into them, but it doesn't translate to playing. And as coaches, we should be looking at ways we can get them playing more and not standing around in a queue more, as that's just boring in my opinion. So my first drill, you might have heard me talk about this before, is 2-touch tennis. Just hit the ball twice, as this is an awesome field drill for working on these racket skills, this racket control, getting back behind the ball and giving you time to find the contact point. We should be looking for a contact point that is out to the side, in front, and between our waist and shoulder on our ground strokes. You can do this with any combination, 2 forehands, 2 backhands, or switching between the forehand and the backhand. So you get repetition, but of lots of different balls and in lots of different situations. If you're struggling with the control, the ball's going all over the place, you're probably getting too close to the ball. It's a spacing issue. You need more space between your body and the ball. My next drill also works on this spacing and timing for beginners, and that's now you're either going to hit the ball with 1 or 2 bounces. So it covers that decision-making aspect as well. I know this sounds counterintuitive. Why are we encouraging players to have 2 bounces? But trust me, this is a phenomenal drill for beginners to create more space. Have the idea of still preparing early, but then waiting for the ball. Waiting for the ball to drop into a more comfortable strike zone between your waist and your shoulder. And this does translate. When you put it back into 1 bounce, there's less panic and you're not rushing into the ball. It's this understanding of either taking space to the ball or giving space to the ball where needed. And 2-bounce tennis is great for beginners where generally balls will be hit with less speed and spin. And you can do either of these drills, 2-bounce tennis or 2-touch tennis, cooperatively in the rally or competitively. And the final game is also the simplest. It's just remembering we can always change the space. We could make the court smaller as long as it's within a defined area, like the service box, or change the ball. Use a lower compression ball like the red, orange, or green ball. This is just like paddle and pickleball. We've got pickleball lines here where I coach. And though they're different games in their own right, they're scaled down versions. The constraints of the game, the smaller court and the slower ball, are what make it easier. Paddle and Pickle are also very good at creating this environment where players can very quickly rally, compete and have success. So we need to learn from this. But as tennis coaches, we can often design our beginner experiences in the opposite way. We take away that competition and go straight back to feeding from the basket. And that's why tennis may be under threat. There's this perception with paddle and pickle that you can just pick up and play. And though they're both great games, my passion is tennis. And I think you can just go and play tennis as well. Now, it may be on a smaller court to begin with, or with a different ball, but that's just like playing 5-a-side instead of 11-a-side football. It's no different. Now, I know some of this may sound strange coming from the tennis coach. And of course, if you want to get really good and continue to take your game to the next level, then working on specific strokes and techniques is needed. But it's about removing that initial barrier. So players go out and try each of these drills, or you could mix and match elements of all three. And coaches, try this in your next beginner coaching session and let me know how you get on. And if this video has helped, then please leave it a like and comment down below. I'd love to hear from players and coaches, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on court in the next one. Cheers, guys.